The opinions expressed by the host and guest on this program are solely their own and do not represent the views or opinions of Blind United. We strive to provide diverse perspectives and discussions on our platform, but the opinions expressed should be understood as personal viewpoints and not reflective of Blind United as an organization.
It's time. It's time for
coffee time.
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 And here is your coffee time crew.
Well, good morning, everyone. It is Friday, and welcome back to Coffee Time with Blind United. Not trying to be funny or nothing, but I just noticed my sister's voice sounds awful sexy on that thing. So I'm sorry, that just caught me. But anyway, we got a full crew with us today. We got everybody. We got Miss Brittany. Good morning, Britt.
Good morning, everybody.
We got Miss Carol.
Good morning, everyone. Happy fried fish and fries Friday.
Okay, and then my brother George. How you doing, sir?
Buenos dias. Good morning, Vietnam. What movie was that from? But hello, everyone. How you doing? How the cannoli?
George, how you gonna ask the name of the movie when you said the name of the movie?
I didn't say it. I said good morning,
Yes,
Vietnam.
you did.
That's the name of the movie.
Oh, crap. Okay, never mind.
Yeah, with Robin
morning.
Williams.
Yeah.
Good morning, Pedro.
Good morning, everybody. Thank God it's Friday. You don't got a job. You ain't got nothing to do. You know what you need to do. Come hang out with us.
Right.
I
So
bet
is it
you're
the same
eating
thing when you
some
say
broccoli.
what color was Grant's
That's what I was
horse?
emphasizing, Britt.
What'd you say, George?
Isn't it when you ask that question, what color was Grant's white horse?
Well, I mean, you know, some people ask them stupid questions.
I thought it was.
So let me
great.
ask you that. When you ask stupid questions, that mean you're a stupid person?
Stupid it does, and stupid it is.
Well, that's Forrest Gump. That's what he
Oh.
say. So
There ain't no stupid questions. They just might be some stupid answers.
Hey, well, you know what, guys? Next time you go to a cemetery, ask the person who you're with, again, hey, how many people are dead in there? Oh, 500. No, all of them.
well, what about the groundskeepers?
No, I said, how many dead people are there? I didn't say about no ground people. The question is, how many dead people are there?
Okay.
I said, I see dead people, by the way.
Okay. Well, at least you see something.
Oh, shit. I'm so sorry. Sorry about that. Good one.
Yeah, at least you see something. All right. Well, since we got a full house today, we might as well just go ahead and jump into these articles because everybody's going to have a little something to say.
We missed the interest groups. You didn't say which interest groups we have today.
Damn. Oh, okay. My bad. Thank you, Britt. See, that's why I need you here, baby. I keep trying to tell you. You know, that's my baby sister right there, and just in case y'all didn't know.
You told me the same thing.
What?
Anyways, go ahead.
George, I
All
didn't
right,
know you were a baby
Sparkles.
sister, man. I did not know that.
That part. I mean, he jumped in there with both feet. Didn't he?
That's my other persona. That's Sparkles.
Yeah, that's Friday for you guys. Happy Friday. We got the funny man George here, comedian, our personal comedian.
Right. So today, actually, we got our once a month guy for those that have DOR cases open and stuff. We have Greg Hoffman. He is a DOR counselor out here in California. But I mean, DOR basically works pretty much the same throughout the country. So, I mean, again, come check him out today at 2 p.m. You know, how to get the best out of DOR, man. I mean, he's tell you know, because a lot of our counselors and stuff, they want to shove us in the direction that they want us to go. And, you know, you tell them, oh, I know I want to do this. They, well, no, that's not a viable career for a blind person. Well, I didn't ask to fly airplanes, you know. So, but anyway, they want to do what they want to do. They just want to hurry up and close your case. So, but Greg, he'll, you know, give you some direction, tell you how to work around some of these people and stuff like that. And that way you can achieve the goal you're trying to achieve. And then a little bit later on tonight at 6 p.m., it is as always every Friday night it's movie night, and to close out Black History Month, we will be doing Men of Honor with Cuba Gooding Jr. and Robert De Niro. And Cuba Gooding Jr. is actually the first black salvage diver is what they're calling him, but deep sea, where they put the big bell on their head and the hose and all that stuff and go walk down on the ocean floor. He's that guy. So great movie. So come check that out. Make sure you got your popcorn, all that good stuff.
Mr. Diaz, is you're getting old with all your favorite actors from back in the day, like De Niro. Matter of fact, me and my wife were talking about that. He's 81 years old.
Okay.
Well,
and I'm sorry, I don't really know a whole lot of the newer ones.
No.
And he's directing too.
That's
and
right.
I think he has a 3-year-old.
Does he really?
Yeah.
So it still works, I guess. Oh, yeah, I know that. Okay.
Well, when you got money, everything works.
Yeah, you can buy that. You can buy a lot of healthcare with that money.
Yes,
That's
can.
true. But like for example, this morning we're talking about he's 73. Kurt Russell. I look at what happened unfortunately Wednesday. Was my favorite actor Gene Hackman. He was 95.
Yes. He and his wife and his dog.
Mm-hmm.
Well, at least they went together.
Yes.
That's but anyway, I ain't trying to get on a sour thing. We've been ready to start our weekend.
Right.
So anyway, the first article we got for you guys is a new feature that iPhone is implementing to help keep our kids safe. I actually kind of like this idea. So check this out and we'll talk about it.
Hey, Coffee Time crew. Keeping kids safe online is more important than ever, and Apple is stepping up with new child safety features designed to give parents more control while protecting user privacy. Instead of requiring exact birth dates for age verification, Apple's new system allows parents to share their child's age range with app developers, making it easier for apps to provide age-appropriate experiences without compromising privacy. Let's take a closer look at what's changing and what it means for families. 1. A smarter approach to age verification. One of the biggest challenges in child safety online is verifying a user's age without collecting sensitive personal data. Apple's new system allows parents to share only an age range, such as 4+, 13+, 16+, or 18+, with app developers instead of an exact birth date. This helps ensure that kids get access to age-appropriate content while keeping personal information private. The best part? Parents stay in control. They can decide whether to enable this feature and adjust their child's age range as needed. 2. A new age rating system for apps. Apple is also updating its App Store age ratings, expanding from 2 categories to 4. For Plus, suitable for all ages. 13+, appropriate for teenagers. 16+, includes more mature content. 18+, restricted to adults. Developers will now be required to disclose if their apps include user-generated content or advertisements, ensuring parents have clearer insights into what their kids are downloading. If an app's rating exceeds a child's approved settings, the App Store won't even display it as an option. 3. The bigger debate: who's responsible for age verification? Apple's updates come at a time when U.S. lawmakers in states like Utah and South Carolina are debating new age verification laws for social media and apps. Some argue that app stores should be responsible for verifying a user's age, while others believe individual apps should handle it. Apple is taking a strong stance, saying that requiring age verification for every user would mean collecting more sensitive personal data, which could pose a privacy risk. Instead, Apple is pushing for age assurance measures, like its new age range sharing system, as a more private and secure alternative. 4. What this means for parents and kids. Apple's existing parental controls already require parents to approve app downloads for their child's device. With these new features, parents will have even more control over their child's online experience, ensuring apps and content are appropriate for their age group while keeping their data secure. What do you think? Do you think Apple's age range verification is a better approach than requiring birth dates? Should app stores or individual apps be responsible for age verification? How can tech companies balance child safety and user privacy effectively? Join the conversation and let us know your thoughts. Now, back to the coffee time crew.
So I like the new thing, like you say, 4 and 4 plus, so on and so forth, because you're not putting in a birth date. I like also the fact that whatever age group you select within the App Store is not going to display any apps that are not appropriate for that age group. So they can't even ask you about it, right? Yeah, we can say, okay, well, we want the apps to be more, responsible, whatever. But look at even when they, started putting, warning signs on the music and warning sign on the games and stuff. That didn't stop the kids from getting the music. Didn't stop them from getting the games, right? But I don't know. I just think this right here is a better way to do it. So. Of course, I don't have any younger kids. I got great kids, grandkids, great grandkids, but I ain't that close up on them, so I don't know what kind of games they playing. So, Pedro,
I
I
think
guess
back,
this is on you.
and I think back in the day, Mr. Diaz, when we were young, we could see when you saw those labels on the music or the video games or whatever movies. I think for me that was more attractive. That would catch my attention more. Like, hey, okay, this thing's I'm not supposed to see it. I want to see it now.
Right,
So
more edgy stuff.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah. Yeah, but it was up to the person, the teller, to be strict on that, you know. Because I went and had bought albums, and some things were not sold to me. I had to get my parent and stuff like that. That's the shortcut. But now with this digital stuff and our iPhones, I do keep tabs on my children. I've been keeping tabs since my oldest was 13. And I had to add my mom into Apple ecosystem, so I can have tools just in case I need to reset her password or phone is lost. I had to put her as 13 as my child, and she just turned 18. You know, but when it comes to my other two children that are underage now, you are able to block the app store. Like they said too, you can put restrictions on downloads that you will have to approve. um, you are able to turn off certain content and video ratings. You could leave it to PG or PG-13, stuff like that. You can limit websites. You can limit Safari. You can limit app usage and screen time, all from your
Right,
iPhone controlling their device. So these
right,
are great, great tools to have. um we have kids playing like Roblox and other games like that, and there is creepers that like to creep in there knowing that there's a lot of kids playing that game and try to send them messages and things like that. So even having permissions to turn off messaging and other things like that within the applications is a plus. And Apple doing this is you know not giving out the privacy of the children on particular what age group they're on, well, their exact birthday and age. They just put them in a group and,
right.
you know,
That's what I was saying. I think it's a better approach where it still kind of protects their actual birth date and privacy and stuff like that. So,
and
yeah.
by the way, Miss Monica's watching. I don't know if it's a glitch, but there's three Monicas. I guess she has different personalities.
Hey, baby. But yeah, I believe Apple should handle it. You know why? Because developers, they're gonna have different stands. Some are gonna do it, some are not gonna do it, and things like that. It's like Google and iPhone. For some reason, Google don't like to play nice. So certain things they don't update, certain things they leave for their Android stuff, and we don't get um, certain updates on YouTube and things like that. So as Apple took the initiative, this puts it there already for the developers not to have a decision to opt out, you know, and that makes it more better because it's gonna go across the whole board, you know.
I mean, I get that. I mean, again, the developers are not, they're not going to police themselves. I mean, it's just like, I'm saying, I'm sorry. I don't believe in like with the police. I don't believe in internal affairs. Okay, you got police. You know what I'm saying? How does that work? You know what I mean? I think all of that stuff should be outside of the company itself or police department or whatever. You need somebody to oversee that stuff.
Of course.
And I mean, Apple can't. I know they go a long way as far as trying to make sure apps are this, that, or whatever, right? But again, once it's classified, okay, well, now it don't fit this age group, so we're not even going to display it if that's what the parental settings are. So
Can you do that with TVs, Pedro, with a TV or not?
Yeah, with the parental controls, you can. They
Okay.
have a little more than just the password now. You could set the limit. You could set a kid's profile even within streaming sites like Disney, Netflix, and stuff like that.
Okay. That's
Yeah.
right,
well,
well, they can't watch R-rated movies or
Mm-hmm.
man, back in the day for the remember Pedro? It's probably a little past your time, Mr. David, but Cinemax, was it Cinemax or was it at Friday nights at 11? You hear that song, don't do the bomb down. So yeah, we used to be my cousin.
We know
Was the
what you
lookout?
were doing, George, when
Soft
you were small.
porn. Soft porn, Sparkles.
Oh
Yeah.
wow.
Well, it's you have to have those barriers. Those
well,
like you
I
always
mean,
say.
again, HBO had what was it, Real Sex, and it had all
Right.
Oh, that's
different kind
right.
of different
Had
things going
gigolos.
on.
They had gigolos also.
They had
Well, they have that Zane show. You know that book that they have,
Oh
the
yeah.
the Zane books.
By
They
Eric
actually had a
Jerome
show.
Dickey. Hmm.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they did a lot of different stuff. Even look at the other one. What was that? Big Love, where it was the Mormon thing, and dude had three wives.
Right.
You
That.
know,
Wow.
so I mean, they did a lot of different stuff. But like you say, nowadays with the rating system and parental controls, you can block that kind of stuff from your kids being able to watch it from their profile anyway. So yeah, okay. Well, let me see where we at. We're almost at that time, but we got
Well,
Yeah.
you know what they can always do is bring in uh, what's the name? Elon Musk to screw it up. So
well, they
Man,
can go get some holistic therapy and maybe it'll fix them. I don't know.
I don't think he partakes in that. I think he just does it himself. But
Uh, he don't do the therapy part. He just
mm-mm.
does the abuse part.
With the big
Yeah.
old glasses covering his whole face.
Wow. Okay. Before we jump into commercials, Britt, any commercials, sweetie? I'm sorry.
Comments? Do we have
Yeah.
any
Ed got
comments?
a
Yeah, God first said, "Good morning, everyone," and she said that it's good that they're making these tools to help parents, protect their kids. So, thank you, God first, for commenting. And I do not have any commercials.
did I
Good
this
morning,
comment? Do you think it's
Danielle.
true, Pedro, when I say this that some parents use their phone as a babysitter?
yeah. When it came to my kids, they had to be a certain age before they even got a device.
Oh, okay.
Um, yeah, I just don't like to give it out like that. And if it's something like that, at first when I was got my daughter her iPad, that was like 3 years ago. She's what, 12? So, she was around 9. And mostly she was getting games for learning, and other things like that. I bought her a pencil so she could draw on her iPad because she loves to draw, and she keeps drawings in there. But they literally this year she's been getting a little bit into YouTube, um, into a little bit of TikTok. Now we took the TikTok away because of behavior problems and other things like that. But You
But
know.
see, it's a whole different world that we live in now
Mm-hmm.
anyway. I
Mm-hmm.
mean, nowadays, I mean, again, we grew up watching, Roadrunner and Looney Tunes, all that kind of stuff. I mean, nowadays that's too violent. You know what I'm saying? And, oh no,
Right.
kids can't watch that. I mean, Bugs
You know,
Bunny
Well,
and what was his name, Elmer Fudd. You know what I'm
Elmer
saying?
Fudd, Porky
yeah.
Pig.
Shooting,
But
Yosemite Sam shooting with shooting each other
with the
and all this
gun.
other kind
yeah,
of stuff. I
yeah.
remember
They
one episode where who was it, Daffy Duck? He was always trying to beat Bugs Bunny, and he went out on the stage and he just started drinking all kind of nitroglycerin and all kind of stuff, and he shook it up, and bottom line, he blew himself up. You know what
Right.
I'm
yeah.
saying?
Well,
Right.
the cartoons have got softer and stuff like that. Now, I think the problem lies when it comes to um real live shows, like not literally live, but I mean like in like persons, like the Disney shows, like they have like Jack and Cody, or I forgot the show's name, or like iCarly and these other shows that um sometimes show like affection and kissing and other things like that. um Also, the other aspect that we're leaving out, that is anime. A lot of kids don't want to watch cartoons, they rather watch their anime.
Well,
Their
I mean,
anime is
anime is just
more
a new form of cartoon as far as I'm concerned. But
Right.
again,
different artistic
w-
Yeah,
styles,
and a lot of those
but
animes are more adult.
mm-hmm,
They're more
mm-hmm,
right,
for
right, right.
adults.
But
mm-hmm.
my point being, we recognize the difference between cartoons and real life.
That's right.
Okay, I mean, if you wasn't finna go strap yourself to an Acme rocket like Wile E. Coyote did, trying to catch the Roadrunner. We just know we knew better than doing the stuff like that.
but is it true? Can you say this and that? Well, this argument has been about the kids nowadays with technology and mental health. You know, that's the thing about it. When a kid's young, I'm saying young. I've seen kids with 5, 6 years old have phones. I'm like, what? As they
Yeah.
grow up, they see this stuff on social media, whatever it is, and they want to either be like that person or dress like that person when it's not healthy.
Yeah, well,
Mentally.
studies point to um the more you on screen, the more you might be depressed, and have anxiety. Um, Steve Jobs did not let none of his kids have an Apple product in his
No,
home.
because they designed these phones to be addictive. The way
Addictive.
they make the apps, the coloring
Mm-hmm.
of the apps, the
Mm-hmm.
blue, or like let's just say the TikTok or the Instagram reels, they make them so people have short attention span, the influencer, all of it is
It's like,
designed to be
yeah,
addictive.
it's like a drug,
Right.
you
And it
know,
isolates
and
everybody, I mean, it's not like back in the day we all sat at the table, we all had conversations, with all of these devices. It isolates these kids to where they're interacting with others without being in person, and that
Well,
will mess
Miss
up your
Carol,
head.
Miss Carol, hold on,
well,
Miss real fast. The other day, I was at a family gathering. We're all at the phone on the table, all of us, quiet. So I asked my wife, I go, babe, what's going on? She's like, everybody's on their phone.
yeah.
That's
You
crazy.
know,
we got to
but
put to a
again,
commercial. Oh, but yeah.
right, right. But I'm gonna close it out with this one. Again, back in the day, we had what, 6, 7 channels on.
Right. Right.
Okay,
Whoa, that's really
And the
back in
TV
the
went off. And the
okay.
TV
No,
went
that was
off.
the standard, dog. That was, I mean,
Yeah.
before cable and any of
what
that kind of
year?
stuff. Man, we're talking about it all the way into
In
the
the
'70s,
70s.
even into
Yeah,
the
in the
'80s.
70s.
Whoa,
Hmm.
that
And the
is.
Okay,
TV went off, right, Ed?
right.
Remember?
Let's
It go
pick up in
off
the
at a certain point.
85s.
You know, but my point
Yeah.
being, now you got thousands of channels. If that don't work, you go to YouTube. You got thousands of channels. So again, it's all everybody want to call it convenience and whatever. But anyway, so let's get these commercials on. So
We got comments. Katie said that anime and cartoons are violent and they're also politically motivated. Tisha said, Happy Friday to all. Tisha also said that you're a good father. All right, commercials.
All right, I'm just putting our social media commercial only.
If you'd like to know more about Blind United, you can visit our website at blindunited.org. You can email us at info@blindunited.org. You can call us at 909-846-8825. You can follow us on Instagram at Blind United Interest Groups. You can follow us on X at Blind United 22. You can watch our YouTube channel, Blind United. You could join our Facebook group, Blind United Interest Groups, or you can follow our Facebook page, Blind United.
All right. I'm getting here because
What happened? Want me to for the next article or?
yeah, it's okay. I just want to make sure I had the right saying the right thing. Again, maybe I am getting sick now. Like I keep forgetting which articles are which. But anyway, this is one about we just talking about how things are advancing and so on and so forth, right? So this one here is about quantum computing. So check this out, and we'll talk about this one.
Hey, Coffee Time crew. The world of computing is changing, and quantum computing is leading the charge. Unlike traditional computers that use bits, which are either zeros or ones, quantum computers use qubits, which can exist in multiple states at once, a phenomenon known as superposition. This gives them the power to solve incredibly complex problems that classical computers struggle with. So, what's new in quantum computing? Let's take a look at some of the latest advancements shaping the future of this technology. 1. Amazon's Ocelot quantum chip, tackling errors in quantum computing. Quantum computing isn't just about speed, it's also about accuracy. One of the biggest challenges in the field is quantum error correction, which is essential for stabilizing qubits. Amazon Web Services, AWS, has taken a step forward with its Ocelot quantum chip, which aims to reduce these errors by up to 90%. How? Amazon is using cat qubits, inspired by Schrödinger's famous cat thought experiment. These specially designed qubits help prevent errors caused by environmental disturbances, making quantum computing more reliable and cost-effective. 2. Microsoft's Majorana 1, a new state of matter for stability. Microsoft is betting on a completely different approach. The company has introduced the Majorana 1 chip, which utilizes a topological superconductor, a new state of matter that could revolutionize qubit stability. Why is this a big deal? Stability is one of the key hurdles in scaling quantum computers. Microsoft believes that Majorana-based qubits could pave the way for quantum systems with 1 million qubits, a major leap toward making quantum computing practical for real-world applications. 3. Google's quantum AI. Solving big problems. Google's quantum AI division is exploring real-world applications of quantum computing that could transform industries. Some of their focus areas include applications. Cleaner fertilization processes. Quantum simulations could help reduce the environmental impact of fertilizer production. Better batteries. Quantum computing may lead to breakthroughs in energy storage, making batteries more efficient. Drug discovery. Quantum models could speed up the process of developing new medicines by simulating molecular interactions at an unprecedented scale. 4. The road ahead, challenges, and the future of quantum computing. Despite these exciting advancements, there's still a long road ahead before quantum computers become widely available. One of the biggest challenges? There's no universal agreement on the best type of qubit technology. Amazon, Microsoft, and Google are all taking different approaches, and it remains to be seen which method will prove most effective. Experts predict that practical, large-scale quantum computers could become a reality by the end of this decade, but some estimates suggest it could take several more decades before they are fully integrated into everyday technology. What do you think? Are you excited about the possibilities of quantum computing? Which industry do you think will benefit the most from quantum breakthroughs? How long do you think it will take before quantum computers become mainstream? Join the conversation and let us know your thoughts. Now, back to the Coffee Time crew.
Well, I guess if I'm lucky, they bring one out by the end of the decade. I might be lucky enough to get a quantum computer. I mean, I don't know. I mean, they're all going in three different directions with this stuff. So
Hmm.
again, with that, they're all betting on the whatever direction they're choosing, right? But
Hmm.
all three directions are important. I mean, that's let's just put it out there like that, right? So
Hmm.
so they're betting on their angle. I mean, one is want to be, doing the drugs and stuff like that, and the
Well,
other one is, more detailed information and and stuff like that. But
uh-huh.
I mean, again, it's the future. I mean, come on,
Yeah.
y'all still, I mean, I keep saying it because I'm the oldest guy in the room, but man, I remember when the phone was still hooked to the phone to the wall with a wire, and you had to stick your finger in a hole and run it around and dial. You had that's where dialing really came in from. You had to literally
Mhm.
work the dial.
Mm-hmm.
You
Yeah.
know, party.
Rotary.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know,
But like you said it, they're going in three separate ways, but it's not on what they're trying to answer. It's just the way they handle the qubits. When it comes to quantum computer, um, background noise and radiation can affect the answer. Recently, Google just got uh, quantum supremacy over a regular binary computer. Google was able to solve a math problem within a few hours, and a regular computer would have taken the lifetime of the universe to solve this problem. Um, there are with this type of technology and computing power, you will be able to map the the gene, the DNA genome
so
to
you telling
exact.
me that this quantum computer is going to be as smart as Catherine on Hidden Figures?
Um, I never seen Hidden Figures. I don't, but this,
What?
well,
But I think with
putting, I will be cautious to kind of put an AI and a quantum chip together and stuff for right now, since they're still
Okay, on that note, you
experimenting.
think they not gonna do it?
They're gonna do it, but
Of course they gonna do it,
but
Mm-hmm.
but
it just
no,
raised new
you need to
questions.
go. First of all, you need to go watch Hidden Figures because
Right?
Catherine had an entire wall chalkboard with an equation on it, and she solved it where
That's
nobody
right.
else could.
Mm,
When
But
yeah.
Pedro,
nobody
to
else
your
could.
point about the quantum computing and the AI and the incorporation, that's going to happen eventually. But
Yeah,
to me,
yeah.
what I'm afraid of, and I mentioned this before, is that, and as a matter of fact, there was a study recently done that they say that uh, AI alone has reduced critical thinking in youth. And I'm like, oh, duh, of course, right? But I think that we have to be careful with that when we start doing the computing and the AI or quantum computing and AI. What is that going to result? Granted, that's going to help in productivity, but
Um,
what happens to common sense, right?
yeah. There has to be guidelines, but just talking about quantum computers and how Google got a 100 qubits processor. Microsoft just came with a new type of method. I think they got 1,000 qubits. Now, from what I'm reading from different
Can you define
sources,
that, Pedro? Qubit, what is that?
a qubit is uh exactly like a bit on a computer, you know,
Oh, okay.
but it just, instead of being a binary thing, a one or zero, on or off, the quantum bit is able to hold those two states. It could be either or. It could be on, off, or a third state.
Oh, that makes sense. Okay.
And then
Okay.
it's also intertwined. So when one qubit changes, it could be across the whole universe somewhere else, and it will change in the same time.
I'm
So it beats the it destroys the logic of light speed, and that's being the only speed in the universe. There's that quantum chips, those quantum qubits are doing something that Tesla described a long time, what he called odd behavior. Um,
But that will only be for the computer, not the phone, right?
no, this is computers, and these computers have to be cold
Oh,
because
yeah,
they're
you're right.
superconductors. The thing is that I'm hearing different scientists and papers talking about how the power from a chip seems that it's able to pull answers and pull more power from these qubits. And they think this is pointing to a multiverse, meaning that this chip might be in other universes, right? In other dimensions, and it's entangled, quantum entanglement, right? It's entangled, so it's able to draw from all over the place. So this is still being studied, you know, the way it actually works. We know it works, but we're still in the forefronts of this, and we're actually ahead because according to some studies, this should not kind of been at this level until like a decade, and then even then we will still need to have 25 more years ahead to actually get to what we were trying to do. But they're speculating we're gonna do it in 10 to 15. So
And then it's just
Uh,
amazing that go by just 25 years or heck, just 15 years. This kind of discussion, like what is that? I'm just impressed that the cubic is by. I didn't realize they were by too. So
yeah, and that's classic computers. They're binary, but these
oh,
are
okay. But what I'm saying is, but seriously, guys, I mean, just and I'm kind of curious, Pedro, how
mm,
this is going to help us, those who are blind and visually impaired, when it comes to like AI and the computing power. How is that going to really, for example,
okay.
you know where I'm going with this, right? For example, tell my computer to click on something I can't see, right? Like go click
Hmm.
on the green button, for example.
well, correct me if I'm wrong, but the way I'm understanding it, all right, let's, like you say, bring it around to us, right? Let's bring in the live AI feature.
Mm,
Yes.
Number one, we just got to go from the camera to the server back to us, right?
hmm.
So I'm thinking that with this quantum thing, it's going to be able to do that at a much faster rate.
Way faster. But by then, our computing speed, our general computers that are regular, not quantum, are gonna be speeding up. They're gonna get faster. Um, the thing about quantum is that we can dictate better weather patterns. Climate change is gonna be able to be you could scale it and they'd be able to calculate this scale. Traditional computers have problems with this, with trying to scale out like that. Even mapping the DNA, or let's say you have a math equation that is very long, and these quantum computers are able to process these. So it can lead to new medications. It could lead to personalized medications based off your DNA.
Right. And I believe that's the future of medicine
Um,
right there.
and
True.
Yeah.
it can help with so many things. Even for, like, let's say they do crisping. Crisping is when you do gene editing. With these quantum computers, you can change a gene within a scale, a model within that quantum computer, and it could calculate. It could even break it down to proteins and everything, down to atoms. Like, I mean, it has so much computing power that this can solve different problems within our society,
Wow.
even our planet problems with the pollution,
Pedro, you
you
know,
know.
you're making me think about
Mm,
kind of funny. Remember the movie Terminator?
mm,
How the Arnold Schwarzenegger was part, I don't know what to call him, part robot and
He was
part
a,
human.
he was a cyborg.
mm,
Cyborg. Yeah, yeah. That's when you're saying that, so I'm like, wow, that's what popped. I guess for the younger folks, they're like, what's that?
Uh,
But yeah, that's what I'm thinking in my head too about
uh,
the way can
uh,
increase or improve our health down the road with diagnosis,
mhm.
and that's pretty neat. I'm hoping I'm around for that.
The development of new medications. I know if I had an access to one of those computers and being like a scientific mind, I would have been already putting a lot of these equations into these computers to see the answers and see what we get back. Even building a model of a quantum level of small atoms to see how the quantum works, because there is a big issue. The unified theory of everything excludes the quantum because it can't explain it. When you get so small, like those qubits, right? I could be here and I could be over there. I could be anywhere in that time, or space. So
If you would have said that a few years ago, Pedro, he's that local. But you're right.
Well, it still sounds local to me. So it's
it
about
hasn't even
time.
it hasn't even got crazy yet because of
But real quick, who remember that movie that we were talking about cartoons? That movie Quantum or that show Quantum Leap? Is there something like that picture where you're kind of talking about? Remember he had a little device and he would push him.
He will open a wormhole, right?
Yeah. That's basically what he was doing. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So, all right, Britt, you got any more commercials done? I'm really messing up.
You're on commercials today.
You got any comments, Britt? Did we lose Britt?
I think so.
Okay, well, play some article or play a commercial, and I'll go check it out.
Mm-hmm.
Do you need assistance with iOS? Or are you curious what iOS is? Perhaps you're seeking tips and tricks on how to use JAWS on your Windows machine? Or maybe you would like to participate in our popular support group led by Dominic? Or maybe join us for movie nights on Friday, where we watch and discuss the movie of the night. For more information, please email us at info@blindunited.org. Once again, that's info@blindunited.org. You can also follow us on Facebook for real-time updates and community interactions. We look forward to connecting with you.
Do you need to talk? Are you struggling with your mental health? Are you struggling with substance abuse issues? Call the Orange County NAMI Warm Line. That number is 877-910-9276. That number again is 877-910-9276.
One more thing about the quantum computing, guys. Just to let y'all know, a quantum computer can break any encryption of a regular computer. So this is why the governments are highly invested in this, because they're secrets.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Well, speaking of, secrets and hacking and all this other kind of stuff, George, after we listen to this, we're going to have to give Leonard a call. So check this out.
Hey, Coffee Time crew. Have you ever felt pressured to respond to a message immediately just because the sender saw that you read it? Read receipts. Those little indicators that let people know when you've opened a message are a common feature in many messaging apps and email platforms. While they can improve communication transparency, they also come with serious privacy and security concerns that many people overlook. Today, we're breaking down the risks of read receipts and how turning them off might just be one of the best ways to protect your digital privacy. 1. The hidden risks of read receipts. Read receipts might seem harmless, but they can reveal more about your online activity than you realize. Unwanted social pressure. Have you ever ignored a message only to get a follow-up asking, "Why haven't you replied?" Read receipts can create expectations for instant responses, making it harder to take your time before replying. This can lead to unnecessary stress and even social friction. Privacy exposure. Even in encrypted messaging apps, read receipts can give away more information than you think. They show when you're online and active, which can be exploited by stalkers or people trying to monitor your habits. A gateway for cyber threats. Malicious actors can use read receipts to gather information about your device behavior and response patterns. This data can help scammers craft targeted phishing attacks, making you more vulnerable to online threats. 2. How to turn off read receipts and take back control. The good news? You don't have to deal with the privacy risks of read receipts. You can simply turn them off. Here's how to do it on some of the most popular platforms. Apple Messages, iPhone and iPad. Open Settings. Scroll down and tap Messages. Toggle off Send Read Receipts. Microsoft Outlook, Email. Open Outlook. Click on File, Options. Select Mail. In the Tracking section, choose Never Send a Read Receipt. WhatsApp, Messenger app. Open WhatsApp. Go to Settings, Account, Privacy. Toggle off Read Receipts. By disabling read receipts, you regain control over your digital interactions and reduce your exposure to unnecessary tracking and security risks. 3. The bigger picture. Do we really need read receipts? For some, read receipts can be helpful, for example, in professional settings where response times matter. But for many users, the risks outweigh the benefits. As concerns about digital privacy and online security continue to grow, more people are opting to disable features like read receipts to keep their online activity more private. What do you think? Do you keep read receipts on or off? Why? Have you ever felt pressured to respond to a message because of a read receipt? Should messaging platforms give users more control over their privacy settings? Join the conversation and let us know your thoughts. Now, back to the coffee time crew.
So, I mean, like on my phone, I do have it turned off. And, I mean, I wasn't aware of any, type of security issues or whatever. But, I mean, I'm being honest. I just turned it off because I didn't want nobody to know if and when I read their message. Right? But, I mean, now on my computer, if I was to go and change that setting, to never send a receipt, right? Am I still going to be able to read the message, even though somebody requested a receipt?
I mean, for me, I think, like what I think about the read receipts, I think it's important. Well, on a personal level, right? But for example, let's say somebody asks you for this, or you want to submit an application or important document, having a read receipt for me is very important because it lets me know, okay, that person's got it. And it saved my butt a few times when someone would say, well, I never received it. Well, actually, you did. But at the same time, I didn't think about this too, Mr. Davis. If you ever received a receipt that you get from, let's say, Outlook, man, it tells you everything. It tells you the time, the dates, and this and that. But to me, I think it is a useful tool. Excuse me. But I didn't realize the security risk. But like I said, does the risk outweigh the benefit,
Well, so in my opinion, here's the way I'm looking at it now, right? Is in a business setting, okay. I agree, it's there. But on a personal level, no.
No, you're right.
I
know where you're going with this for someone we know. So yeah.
Yeah. I mean, again, on my personal thing, no, I don't want all that. But, on a business level, I want to make sure that, if I send and ask or request a receipt, I want to know that you read it. You know what I'm saying?
Let's say like in our environment, the nonprofit, right? When you do the monthly board meeting, you send out that stuff. You're like, I want to make sure that George read it, right? That he got the agenda or he read the minutes for the next coming meeting. So I'm kind of reiterating what you said. In that kind of environment, that's appropriate. But like you said, just me sending you something, Mr. Davis, no.
But does that mean that you would have to have two separate accounts or email accounts to separate this or that? Because the article didn't say that you could have options to separate your personal between your business.
Well, and that's good. That's a very good question, Carol. Because I mean, again, especially with like Outlook, right, which most of us use, right?
Right.
I mean, I got what, 5 emails in there? If I go into my settings and I say never send a receipt, then that, all 5 of those emails are never going to send a receipt,
Right, right,
but
Mm-hmm.
3 of those emails are business related and 2 of them are personal.
right.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, I don't know how you would separate that, but if
And
Um,
that's
it's
a
funny.
possibility,
there,
that's
there,
what I would do.
there is
Pedro,
different ways. For messages and emails, you can turn on read receipts individually for the conversations. Um, Depending on your email client, it may allow you to do read receipts with a certain account. You know, for my phone or my computer, Outlook is for my business, but I've seen an Outlook on the phone. I have my other emails logged in also because I was trying to do a change over to Outlook. Um, it when someone requests, it lets you know too, and you can request by a message basis, like when you send it out, you know.
Well, do you
Um,
Well, I
think,
mean, again,
Pedro, you could set that up like a shortcut, perhaps?
well, I mean, again,
it's an option.
so bottom line, again, and I'm pretty sure we can do it on the phone as well, but I know on the computer, we got a command, what it was at a shift in there, and it brings up, okay, what do you want? You can actually get a receipt to let you know it was delivered, and
Mm-hmm.
then you get another receipt to let you know when they
I'll
opened it,
enter.
when they
Mm-hmm.
read it, right? So
Mm.
now, here's my question. When I was joking about Leonard, right? He might be listening. I don't know. He's always concerned about the security, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right.
So now he's always requesting a receipt.
Mm-hmm.
So if I deny, sending a receipt, will I still be able to access
Yes,
the email?
you can.
Yes. Yes.
Yes, you can.
Okay.
But you
Leonard,
know,
you ain't getting no more receipts, buddy.
but when it comes to online tracking, which is another thing I didn't realize, it's like Messenger. Miss Carol, you probably don't know this, but a messenger, it tells you if someone's online or offline. You could turn that off. But back in the day, my mom rest her soul, which when I was early in the morning, I would look to see if she was on Messenger, and I would call her. Hey, mom, you okay? You feeling good? Why you're up early? She's like, how did you know I was up? I'm like, I just felt it. I never told her what, but for me, I didn't think about that part, the tracking, the online component when it comes to like message, like apps, like Messenger,
Okay.
and I'm more sure there's other apps that will tell you if they're online or not. But
And re
in a way,
receipts too.
You speaking of Facebook though, right?
well, Facebook and Messenger. I know Messenger does. It'll tell you if someone's online, but um, I guess you don't think about it until someone tells you, right? That's
Mm-hmm.
like the security risk, Mister Davis. I didn't realize that with the read receipts. I'm still gonna send
Right.
it, especially on
Mm-hmm.
the important
Mm-hmm.
stuff, but not the basic stuff.
Well, when it comes to Messenger, you can put your status as away or not logged in,
Yeah.
and it won't
Mhm.
show that you're active. It's good to do that too, as your privacy concerns, that you may have. Um, I know that Messenger says is end-to-end encrypted, right? But strangers can get your messages or where when they going back and forth, but that doesn't mean that Facebook, Meta doesn't have access to those messages to give to law enforcement or other government agencies that ask for this type of data, and they do ask for this
Well,
data.
hold on, Miss. Let me tell you this, Pedro, just so people know, okay? Especially those that are hiding from child support. There's systems out there, guys. I'm not gonna say which ones they are that I would use. This thing, Pedro, would actually tell you if you created an email and give us the IP address. If you apply for credit within 15 minutes when you where you're at, so it's scary. I mean, now I'm saying that loud. It's like, wow, I didn't realize this. I could type in a phone number and it'll have all the associated people in your, like, for example, let's say I'm looking for Pedro. I type his phone number in, and the good person,
Hmm.
there's a good chance that his mom will be out there, his brother or sister, and I'm like, now call them. It's
Well,
like, how
it's
did you?
more than likely because of our public pictures,
Exactly.
our number that is knownly wide and stuff, and these data brokers that sell our data, um, there are, yeah, those reverse lookups are there, and you're able to get
Type in your phone
information.
number into Google, guys, right now. We can get off, see what happens.
Mm-hmm. Also, if you use like Alexa or Google and you use like their voice recording to do requests for like Google, all that is saved unless you go and delete it, and it's not protected like you think it is. So it's good to go clear those out, um, especially if you're using Android too. Um, when it comes to iPhone, I have turned certain features off, um, even to Apple. I don't like no tracing. I don't want customized ads for me, you know. Also, with those ads, as we saw in a previous article, these these data brokers know about getting your location from ads, and the developers from that created that app don't even know, and they have a live auction on data and locations.
Well, heck,
And
can't you? I don't know if I've never really done it. Can you track like you, Pedro? Can you track your kids on their iPhone, like where they're at?
yes,
Yeah,
they give me permission, but if I wanted to
I
look
shouldn't ask you in
But
at
public,
you
right?
have
them,
to have that 360 app or something like that. That's the only way you can do it,
yes,
right,
through their
Pedro?
cellular service, yeah, that's
Right.
another way. But there is
But they can turn that
backdoors.
off too. They can turn that off too.
Yes, they
Well,
can.
I mean, and I don't know what Pedro does, but then I just started using it myself. But bottom line, like everybody live in my house, we do location sharing.
Mm-hmm.
You know
Right.
what I'm saying? So
Right.
I just go in the app and it tells me, now being a blind person, really, I depend on what it says, like when everybody's home, it's going to say, San Bernardino 0 miles, right?
Mm-hmm.
Or it might say Rialto 5 miles, or just let me know that okay, they're not home, they in Rialto, whatever. But I
Mm-hmm.
do know that above that, right,
Mm-hmm.
there's actually a map that will show you a pin of
Mm-hmm.
where they are on that map.
Oh wow. Okay.
Mm-hmm. And you know what else, Ed? You have options to put geofences, meaning that you can put a fence around your house, and your relative, or let's say for example my child, when my child leaves school and gets close to the house, I get a notification saying your son has got to your house. Also, when I'm in Axis and I'm going like towards my better halves, she shares her location with me, so I tell my phone, let me know when I'm about to get to the apartment. So when I'm riding in Access, I get a notification, okay, you're by, Monica's house. And I know to start looking around and start seeing where I'm at to get ready to get off the Access. But you have different options for these
Right.
location services that you're using for your family, and they come in handy.
I mean,
Especially when you have kids, right?
it's just like one time Chanel left her phone on top of her car, right?
Hmm.
And she left the I'll just say one of the malls down in Rancho.
Yeah, before you
Uh,
start, Ed, um, just to let you know, FYI, my Chrome program is not working at all. I'm not able to navigate it, so I can't start the outro music. So
Oh
just
yeah,
okay.
Windows.
just to let you know,
Yeah, we
I'm
still
on the
got
Mac.
a
Oh.
yeah, we got 2 minutes.
Hmm.
So, but anyway, yeah. So she was leaving the Victoria Gardens down in Rancho, whatever. She had left her phone up on top of the car. When she bent the corner, it slid off, right?
Mm.
So it was laying out in the middle of the street. Well, because of the impact, all of us got an emergency alert that her something had happened, right?
Right.
So me, I couldn't tell a whole bunch, but my daughter in Long Beach, she looked at it. She's okay. It's right there, Victoria Gardens, and she sent a friend of theirs over there, and he literally found her phone sitting in the middle of the street.
Hmm. And you
The
know why
two,
it alerted
You know.
you?
Oh, sorry.
well, because of the impact,
Yeah,
accident.
yes,
Yeah,
yes. That's that impact detection that they
Yeah,
do.
in case of an accident. So
Right.
anyway,
Or if your wife slaps you real good.
Yeah, go ahead, Carol. What you were gonna say?
Oh no, I was just going to say something similar like that happened to my young cousin. She was coming from school and had dropped her phone out of her purse in a field, and they have that 360 family. So they located where it was. She walked through the field and eventually found her phone
oh,
because of
we've done
that.
that several times. I mean, one time a lady at when we were in Washington seminar, she went to the bathroom. Somebody picked her phone up out of her purse. It was sitting there right on top. You
Hmm.
know, he said, "Oh well, everybody's blind. Can't nobody tell." So he grabbed the phone, and I mean, again, nobody's seen it, right? So she
Right.
came to, well, my phone is gone. It's okay. Well, so they, bottom line, she logged into her Apple ID through another phone, right?
Right.
Turned on the tracking, whatever, and they walked right up to dude that had the phone. You know,
Wow. Hmm.
same thing like what you're saying. When we were down in Florida, we were at a picnic on the 4th of July, and Florida gets the weather changes, rain and all that kind of stuff, right? So
Right.
it started raining. We all jumped up and grabbed our stuff and started packing up, trying to get up out of there. Well, one of the folks, the ladies that was with us, she left her phone laying right in the grass.
Mm.
She didn't realize it until we was like 10 miles away from the picnic where, where we was at. And so
Right.
bottom line, they went back, they turned it on, and they walked right where the phone was laying in the grass. So
Mr. Davis, I watched a
yeah.
lot of that police cam on YouTube, and they had 2 days or 3 days ago. I was watching exactly that. A guy stole a phone from a bar. They found a home. They knocked on the door and they asked the guy, you have his phone? No, you don't. And then I guess he didn't turn it off. So the cop calls it and just starts ringing. Well, that's funny because I'm calling it and it's ringing.
How about this one, George? Those air tags, basically the same process, right? So this, and what I didn't know is there has to be other iPhones around for it to be able to get a signal. But anyway, they stole this machinery from the city of one of these smaller cities, right? And it was in a junkyard.
Oh
Oh,
And
wow.
wow.
so therefore, it was nothing there, right? So they went months without knowing what this piece of equipment was, right? But then the guy in the junkyard sold it to somebody that happened to have an iPhone, and
Oh,
the signal pump came, and they ended up busting a multi-million-dollar theft ring of
Ooh.
wow.
Mm-hmm.
Technology, man. Tell you what.
technology. So anyway, that's the end of our show today. It is Friday. I hope everybody enjoys their weekend. Again,
I'll play the music. Boom, boom,
Get you
boom.
some fried fish and fries.
today at 2:00, come check out Greg if you got any questions about your rehab case or whatever. 6:00, come check out Men of Honor with us on movie night. But other than that, everybody have a great, great, great weekend. You already know what to do when it comes to all of the stuff. Please like, subscribe, share, comment, all that other good stuff. But anyway, everybody have a great weekend, and we will see you on Monday morning.